autism, autism, it's called autism, 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 it's called autism, 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 it's called autism. It's called autism, autism, autism.
I need every single autistic person to stay so far away from this creator. Do you hear me? We cannot trust people just because they are autistic. What did we see with Zoomhoff? Seriously, it makes me so upset that she's gonna lie all day and then talk about how she's autistic, because it makes our community just look terrible. It just looks terrible, especially when we're the ones who actually have a sense of justice and fight for truth. It makes me so nauseous when a fellow autistic person lies. That comment that was left was uncalled for, but I'm not saying that. I actually got abused by this person yesterday. I actually am traumatized from this person's actions. My autistic sense of justice is not gonna let this one go. Aquarian Music Witch, what you did yesterday was so foul, so unacceptable.
So I'm directly at fault for a woman's death, and I'm being chastised for not caring enough to look into it, but I don't deserve to know what her name is? Interesting.
Yeah, let's officially address this. I do care that someone died, in the sense that it's extremely sad that that happened, and in the sense that I acknowledge, recognize, fully understand that there's harmful, toxic spirituality out there, and it seems to have contributed to this person's death. And as a community, even though not all of us are actively contributing to that kind of harmful rhetoric, it's just a sobering reminder that we all need to be careful, and that we all need to be constantly trying to unpack and decolonize and do our best to minimize whatever harm we're putting out there, especially harm that's happening because of misinformation, because of whitewashing. All of that I care about, and full stop. In the sense that, did I go and, look up all the details about this person and spend a lot of time? And am I going to make some video apologizing for something I did in relation to this person's death? No, I had nothing to do with this person's death. And further, I think the reason that this person's death is involved at all in the first place with anything surrounding this conversation that we've been having on my page about Allie is because it's a misdirect. Because the conversation that I have been intentionally having for the last few days is about how Allie is a bully. And that whole idea that she's doing it and her problematic behavior is fully justified because someone died is a misdirect that I think uses that person's death in a really gross way, actually. And I don't accept it, and I don't accept, the insistence that it take up any more of my energy than it already has. So it's very sad that person died. Having for the last few days is about how Allie is a bully. And
I know you're not disrespecting P's death. We're calling her P. She was a real person, and you just disrespected her again. You're the one with the misdirects and the strawmen, and you can't even see it. Go watch this entire video. She's basically saying that I'm using P's death as a misdirect. I was asked to make videos about this by the one person that actually knew P in real life. She didn't have family. And because our community came together, now she has a family. This started because you said that an abusive relationship proves that the law of attraction works. You contribute to this conversation. There is nothing deeper to your thoughts. This is cruel.
Having for the last few days.
Hey, Aquarian Music Witch, or is it Lisa? Can I call you Lisa? Is that all right? We need to talk about something. Do you remember when you made that video about me? Do you remember when you called my followers flying monkeys? Since you've decided to double down and make some very outrageous claims about me and continue to disrespect someone who just passed away, I want to point out something that you said about my followers which are actually my friends. I don't even like to call them followers. Do you remember calling them so many names? I would also like to point out that I've never said anything about your followers. Because I don't have to degrade them to make a point. Right? Like in my videos that I make about you, do I ever call your followers your abusive minions? You said about 25 times the other day that I have cultivated an abusive following. I would like to talk to you about that. A woman contacted me months ago and told me that her friend was watching very specific creators and she was very scared for her. That person just passed away, which you still have been unbelievably dismissive about. Her friend, which is her only contact in this world, gave me the honor of talking about this. I'm so disgusted. Hold on. I find that an honor. And my followers, my friends, the cult of abusers that I've cultivated, they are showing up for this person that they've never met in a way that is putting me on the floor. My father was in tears. He's calling his friends. Even the Christians care more than you. My father is a hardcore Christian and he wants to sit in our vigil that we're going to hold for her and pray. Like, have some respect. And these are the kind of followers that I have cultivated. They want to give this person money. They want to help this person. She is the only one dealing with all of the aftermath of this. And now she has thousands of people behind her. And you gloated that I got banned this morning and that her story got erased. Think about that. People have lit candles. We held space for her and alive. This person lost someone to this exact way, to new age spirituality, and they want to reach out to that person. But yeah, we're just a bunch of abusers over here. Bye. Hey, this creator is probably going to say that I misgendered them, which I absolutely didn't. I take pronouns so seriously, so I'm just going to get out ahead of it. This is emotional abuse, emotional manipulation. It's another tactic, and I just want to lay down proof really quick so that in a few days, if they come out with this video or whatever that they're preparing about me, can't wait. Yeah, I just want to put this all out there. I've had some major beef with this creator and I'm trying to be done. I'm really done. I just wanted to get out ahead of this specific situation because I just saw this comment. But if you want to know what happened, just click the playlist below. All right, number 1, this is their profile right now, today, 5 minutes ago. She, they, okay? We've been going back and forth a ton. I've barely been able to respond to a ton of the comments. And so I saw this one yesterday between AquarianMusicWitch and someone else in one of my videos, and my eyes perked up. I was like, oh, I need to pay attention, right? And they said, and again, I'm non-binary. I know you have seen the comments where I told you so. They, them, please. And I was like, okay, I can respect that. I wanted to make sure I paid attention. And then they said, she, her is for people who treat me like a human. And we all know that they don't think that I treat them like a human, obviously, clearly. When I saw that, I was like, are they gonna say that I've been misgendering them in all these videos because I don't treat them which I do treat you like a human? From the very beginning I have. I just find that so unbelievably manipulative. And I was like, what am I supposed to do with that? I got on live and I was like, I'm obviously going to be respectful about it. Obviously, of course. Even after that person was putting out slanderous, terrible, defamatory content all day about me and won't provide any proof, I'm still going to respect that. And I still wanted to try to respect that. And I'm like, okay, whoa. Wow. So then while I was preparing for this video, I was like, okay, I'm going to go through and see if they ever just directly told me that. So I did find this from 17 hours ago, And they did say, I'm non-binary. Okay, so they did let me know that. They didn't let me know that I can't call them she, her, because I don't, whatever, that doesn't matter. But I'll respect that. But then they have to add, you're a stalker and an abuser. Just respect all around, huh? It's such a slap in the face to people who actually respect pronouns, who have actually been stalked and abused, and like, please be gone. This creator,
anyone happens to have any information either way when it comes to whether that woman that Allie keeps talking about who died actually exists, I would love it. I would love to see it. I would love to know that she does exist, or I would love to know what other people are seeing.
Oops. Was that one supposed to stay friends only? I thought so. It seems like after our little back and forth the last couple days, you might have lost some of your support. It seems like I got that message sent to me real fast. Did you really say that? Do you actually think I would lie about this? You picked the most fascinating time in the world to provide an expose on what New Age spirituality and spiritual narcissism does to someone. Oh my God.
I got some Molly in me.
Oh my god, did Allie's account just get banned? Did I manifest too hard?
No, I'm right here. I'm right here. And this is the most satisfying thing that has ever happened to me. I'm so glad that I got banned and I got it back. Oof. And all that happened, my dear friend, is that you showed a ton of people exactly what this type of thinking does to someone's mind and their heart and their rationale and their ability to be honest and authentic and their ability to follow their own thoughts. Personally, for me, if hundreds of people were telling me that I was lying and like they were really concerned for me because I'm not even making sense, I wouldn't be like excited about it. But go off.
Oh my. Actually, it's the fact that I trigger you because your worldview doesn't work when people like me exist, and you're used to being able to tamp down those people and control them into silence, but you're having a hard time with that this time. And P.S., when I say authority, I mean socio-political authority. It's not arrogance, it's a fact. It's a fact that I worked hard to gain that authority and that I now have it. I'm like certified with the authority. That's what I meant by that. And that's already been hashed out in those comments. You're just dragging up whatever you can. Actually, it's the fact that I trigger you because your worldview doesn't work when people like me direct. It's the literally for me when you're also regularly insisting that you and your followers are not directly blaming me for these deaths. You are. How else can I possibly interpret that? Don't gaslight me. It's the literally for me when you're also, and again, here's a whole second example of just direct, literal, undeniable to any reasonable person gaslighting on the same topic. You considering yourself an intellectual is a slap in the face to actual intellectuals. Please stop using that term, thanks. Again, I have 2 master's degrees. I am a PhD candidate. I've been in, and again, here's a whole second example of just direct, literal, undeniable to any reasonable person gaslighting on the same topic. You considering yourself an intellectual is a slap in the face to actual intellectuals. Please stop using that term, thanks. Again, I have 2 master's degrees. I am a PhD candidate. I've been in academics my entire adult life. I've taught college courses. What is the bar that I'm not reaching for your personal taste, Allie? What are you doing? And again, here's a whole I'm honestly picking up a well-meaning energy from your comments.